Hello everyone, this is Father Reggie Kanjirapalli, 18th October 2020. Our scripture today is the Gospel according to St. Luke chapter 8, verses 41 to 56. And there came a man named Jairus, who was a ruler of the synagogue. And falling at Jesus' feet, he besought him to come to his house, for he had an only daughter, about 12 years of age, and she was dying. As he went, the people pressed round him, and a woman who had had a flow of blood for 12 years and could not be healed by anyone came up behind him and touched the fringe of his garment, and immediately her flow of blood ceased. And Jesus said, "Who was it that touched me?" When all denied it, Peter said, "Master, the multitude surround you and press upon you." But Jesus said, "Someone touched me, for I perceive that power has gone forth from me." And when the woman saw that she was not hidden, she came trembling, and falling down before him, declared in the presence of all the people why she had touched him, and how she had been immediately healed. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace." While he was still speaking, a man from the ruler's house came and said, "Your daughter is dead. Do not trouble the teacher any more." But Jesus, on hearing this, answered him, "Do not fear, only believe, and she shall be well." And when he came to the house, he permitted no one to enter with him, except Peter and John and James, and the father and mother of the child. And all were weeping and bewailing her. But he said, "Do not weep, for she is not dead, but sleeping." And they laughed at him, knowing that she was dead. But taking her by the hand, he called, saying, "Child, arise." And her spirit returned, and she got up at once. And he directed that something should be given her to eat. And her parents were amazed, but he charged them to tell no one what had happened. The story of the woman with bleeding for 12 years, sandwiched in between the two parts of the account of Jairus and his daughter. For both of them, Jesus was the last resort. That ruler of the synagogue was risking his reputation as an intellectual, perhaps as a philosopher or a theologian. He approached Jesus even if it could invite the scorn of his colleagues. Faith does not make things easy, it makes them possible. Same way the woman, saying within herself, "If I may touch his garment, I shall be healed." She ignored all the rules of ritual defilement and the rebukes and ridicule, and touched the hem of the garment. She had the strong faith that the God behind her is stronger than the jeerers in front of her. Who wouldn't do that when their only son or daughter is dying without any help? Who wouldn't do so when doctors tell you they have nothing more to do? Who is of so little faith that in a moment of heartbreak has not called to her God? And Jesus said, "Take heart, your faith has made you well." A phrase repeated in the Bible several times. And they experienced Jesus' kindness and compassion. Show God your faith, and He'll show you His faithfulness. When you have faith in God, you don't have to worry about the future. You just know it's all in His hands. When you sink and drown, trust yourself to the water. Stop grabbing hold of the water. Instead, relax and float.